I have to be honest, I think it's cool that E3 is less than 2 weeks away, and most of us Xbox guys, we're extremely excited about E3 2021, and we should be, right? I feel we should be excited because last year we obviously didn't have an E3. I thought the Xbox Game Showcase was actually a decent show. They announced some new IPs, some new games coming to the platform. Of course, they showed too much CGI, and unfortunately, Halo Infinite, being lackluster to some people, took over the entire show. Nobody was talking about anything else at that show except for Halo Infinite and how Craig looked and every bad thing that was said about the game. So people just overlooked State of Decay 3, people overlooked Avowed, and some other games that they announced. But this E3, I'm hearing all of these different things, and I gotta be honest, guys, I love certain YouTubers, I like some people, some journalists in the gaming community, but it seems like no matter what Xbox show, it will be bashed by some people. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But will there be a surprise at E3? Because we've heard rumors about Arcane Austin new game, codenamed Project Omen, which is supposed to be a vampire game. If that game wasn't talked about by YouTubers and journalists, that game would have been a huge surprise. So if they show Project Omen at E3 2021, it's going to be cool, I'm sure, but it's not going to be a surprise, right? That typhoon emoji that everybody was talking about, that's another game that can potentially be shown at this year's E3. But guess what? That game is not going to be a surprise. So what I'm trying to say is that, how is it at Xbox, their show always has, there's never any surprises for the most part? It seems like every E3 we know what they're going to show. Even if there are some new IPs, we pretty much know what they're going to show. So with that being said, this E3 I feel is going to be good. But will we get a surprise? I just don't know. We heard a surprise, well, like the rumor about Kojima having a deal with Xbox. Whether they show that Kojima game at E3 or at the Game Awards later this year, it won't be a surprise. That's what I'm getting at. I want to see some surprises. You know, I want to see some surprises. That's what I'm really, really waiting for and hoping for. It's not Xbox fault this stuff leaked, or maybe it is, I don't know. But I think what made certain E3s so big was the surprise. Not even E3s. Remember the Game Awards show in 2019, December of 2019, when Xbox showed Hellblade and the Xbox Series X? How big that was, because it was a huge surprise. Nobody was expecting that. And Xbox was the talk of the town for a few months when they announced that they are going to acquire Bethesda. That was such a surprise that no one saw coming. So that just blew us all away. Like, oh my God. So the surprise factor is very important when you talk about these conferences and things of that nature. I want to be surprised. And I just believe this year's E3, we won't be surprised. Now, with that being said, I do believe the show is going to be a good show. We've heard that Xbox, with feedback from last year, they're putting emphasis on more gameplay, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. We're hearing that Halo Infinite might focus more on multiplayer than campaign. I mean, that's cool, but me personally, I wanted to see a little bit more campaign footage, but I also wanted to see some multiplayer footage. I want to see both. I want to see both, right? So yeah, the surprise factor, I believe, is gone for Xbox shows. We want to know certain things ahead of time. Us gamers, we want to be nosy. We want to know, what is Xbox going to show? What are they going to show? And some of these guys, these YouTubers in the know, they have said certain things that they're expecting. And you know, these journalists, they're saying what they're hearing. So, like I mentioned several times already in this video, the surprise factor might not be there. But I still am expecting a quality show from Xbox. But that's about it. I just wanted to do a short video. Oh, but one more thing. There's so many different things going on in this community lately. We're seeing people making jokes about Aloy picking up some weight, right? a fictional character in the game, and I feel that the jokes are hilarious. Some people said Aloy look a little rough. She look a little masculine. I just thought all of these things were jokes, but apparently some people didn't like them. Didn't like these jokes. The Aloy picking up weight thing is funny to me because, one, she's a fictional character, and two, she's not fat. Her face just look a little bit more chubby. That's it. She's definitely not fat. And yeah, of course, some Xbox fans made pictures or posted pictures of her looking obese and everything like that. But I thought they were jokes. The same thing with Craig. Those Craig memes were funny. Hell, those PhilSpencer memes were funny, as PhilSpencer is obviously a real person. Same thing with Jim Ryan. I think this shit is funny, but it's like, oh man. I mean, somebody left me a comment on my past podcast saying we were body shaming women and he don't want to listen to it anymore. Bro, body shaming women? Are you serious? Aloy is a fictional video game character. A person on my podcast, R&B, he openly admits he loves BBWs, big beautiful women. So how in the hell are we body shaming women? I like big girls myself. People, chill out, please. But at the end of the day, I can't tell people how to feel. I can't tell people how they should feel about certain things. I can only worry about myself. So I thought all of these jokes were funny. I really did. It's video game characters, and it seems like people just take stuff way too serious. Well, anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble upon my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.